The Sunday Roundtable has assembled. Joining us this morning are Democratic political analyst Marianne Marsh and Republican political analyst Ginny Buckingham. It's great to see you guys. Ayanna Pressley just sat in this chair, and we didn't ask her, but I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to start with you, Marianne. She has her political antenna tuned to just about every major thing, not just controversy thing. Is she automatically the front runner for a U.S. Senate seat if one opens up here in Massachusetts?
Yes, period, full
period,
stop.
Full stop.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ayanna has been a trailblazer. She opened the door. Her win on the city council opened the door for so many more women and women of color to get elected. That ended up helping Michelle Wu become mayor. She wins the congressional seat. More women get elected to Congress in Massachusetts after that win. And she has not only a statewide profile now, but a national profile that will allow her to get support, raise money. She's terrific at grassroots fundraising. She is the prohibitive front runner if and when that seat opens up.
Ginny?
I hope she's patient because there is no open Senate seat in Massachusetts, and I have no idea when that might happen. We have two pretty aggressive, ambitious senators in those spots now, so it's going to be a while. She should focus on being a good member of Congress.
And plus, those seats only open up once every 6 years,
Every 6 years.
as we all know.
Yeah.
Okay, a new poll shows Maura Healey is way ahead of Sonia Chang Diaz in the Democratic gubernatorial primary race. She's got a 45% lead, but Diaz took some swipes at Healey at a forum this week. Is it even possible for Diaz to catch up by September, do you think, Ginny?
I mean, yes, of course, it's possible. It doesn't look so good right now, but normally we would say at this point, a poll this far out really doesn't mean anything, but she needs to change the dynamics. Diaz does. She needs to come up with an issue that's going to stick and that's going to drive coverage and excitement for her campaign. She hasn't found it yet.
Is Ginny right about that?
No. I mean, even if it were 27 points versus the 45 points, Sonia Chang Diaz has not been able to get any traction in this race. She's been in this race for more than a year, had much trouble trying to get support even before Maura Healey got in it. Now you look at this, and here's the problem. She's compounding it by her current strategy. She's going after Maura Healey. She doesn't have the standing with voters to make those claims stick. They don't know her, they don't like her, they don't believe her. Even when she gets the media to do it for her, the same voters have the same reaction because they know Maura Healey better, they like her more. So she's got the problem is she's running out of time to do both, and I just don't see it happening.
Switching lanes here a little bit, the Massachusetts Senate wants to give cities and towns the right to ban fossil fuels in new homes and buildings. Does this make sense, Ginny, right now with today's technology and in this particular political climate, not only here in Massachusetts, but throughout the country?
Newsflash for the Senate. Not every city and town wants to be Brookline, which attempts to do this on their own. It's an expensive place to live. We're an expensive place to do business. Let's not make it worse, guys. Let's not give cities and towns driving businesses out of Massachusetts.
Is Ginny wrong about this one?
Yes.
That's all for two.
I know, sorry. We're not on the Delta shuttle every morning at 6 a.m. anymore. Let cities and towns do it. And even better if they would do it by county or regionally, because they will get it done quicker than the state. We are decades behind in reducing emissions. And if they did that, then the price of technology would start going down. Believe me, I've researched all of it. It is wildly expensive to do any of this. But at least we would get ahead. By 2035, we're supposed to have so many more reductions than we have now. And that's only a couple years away. So anything would be better than the fact the state has fallen on its face.
Next item is the politics and legality of COVID mandates. They get more and more complicated as the country begins to open back up. Can Rhode Island fine and tax people who won't get vaccinated? And let's talk about masks. Can travelers be forced to put these things back on? Marianne, let me start with you.
So if you want to be the individual arbiter of your fate, consider these two facts. Number one, the two women who brought the case to ban masks are A, anti-vaxxers, and did it on the claim it might give them anxiety. The judge who ruled on it doesn't believe masks work, and she interpreted the law which proves that the ABA rendering her unqualified for that job is right. So do you want to take their advice or the advice of millions of scientists and doctors who magically somehow managed to save hundreds of millions of us despite the stupidity and selfishness of half the country?
And Ginny, I'll give you the opportunity to go back at Marianne. Is she right?
I don't think she is, because I think government has lost the trust of the American people because they've been all over the place on this issue. And even President Biden, when the judge ruled, didn't clearly say, oh, we're going to appeal that because it's wrong. And so everyone's left to say, I guess we are on our own. And it's not their fault that people feel that way. I think it's because the government has been erratic in how they've gone forward.
But far better than Trump.
And the target keeps moving. The city of Philadelphia says on Monday, I'm picking a day, that there'll be an indoor mask mandate. And then on Wednesday says no.
Because because it's politics now.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with science. It has nothing to do with any of the facts and data. It is pure politics in an election year where so much is at stake.
And thank goodness it's about politics. Otherwise, what would we be talking about in the last
Good
few
point.
years?